All right, so I just got done reading this article here, and I thought, I really liked it. I thought it was a good, well written article that kind of got you to think. And basically, from on Tertial Times here, from Vini Randy Soares. Sorry if I got that wrong, but basically he writes a preview of how Sean should attack Shanahan's defense, and I thought it was just an interesting article. So, as you know, the biggest game of the year uh, is in just a few days, and we are playing our arch rivals for a chance to go to the Super Bowl. It does not get any bigger than this. So this is straight out of a Hollywood movie. So it should be interesting. And considering that we have been beaten by this team six straight times, as we all know, uh, the stakes are high, very high. So let's go ahead and get into this. We need to fill that stadium with blue. We just have to. We just have to. But the game is played on the field, and while time slowly ticks down to the opening kickoff, it gives fans a chance to weigh in on how the Rams can win. In their two previous meetings this season, the Rams offense has averaged 272 yards, 213 passing, and 59 yards rushing versus the 49ers. That's rough. That's rough. Those are some rough numbers. Rushing wise, specifically. These numbers pale compared to LA season long per game numbers of 372 total yards, 273 passing yards, and 99 yards rushing. So, this will be tough for our offense. So, how can they improve? Well, let's talk about the D line here. 49ers defensive line reads the opposing backfields and reacts. If the quarterback shows he's about to hand off, they stop their penetration, hold their gaps, and react to where the running back is headed. And he goes on to say he believes they stack up the blockers and let the linebackers clean up the ball carriers. Essentially, basically standing up our O line and holding them so that people like Fred Warner and the other young man, I forget his name, can come in and provide some cleanup and bring down the ball carrier, which they are very much able to do, and how physically stronger they are than our interior O line specifically leads me to they've been able to do that relatively easily. So look, guys, I'm not trying to throw shade at Brian Allen or Austin Corbett, David Edwards, but I call it like I see it, man. I got to keep it real. So big test for y'all. I'll be watching y'all. If y'all are able to push them back and kind of set the tone on that line, Brian, Austin, David, I will sing your praises. Okay, I'll devote a video specifically for the three of you if you are able to dominate that line of scrimmage. Okay? It's now's the time. Now's the time. Now's the time to step up. So let's see what you got. If the quarterback, continuing on with the article here, if the quarterback drops back, they come on like gangbusters. Pass rushing is their forte. Yes, it is. San Francisco has 10 sacks in their two playoff games and 58 overall. Nick Bosa has the most with 18. So they have 10 sacks in the past two games. That's pretty good. In fact, that's really good. So they are on fire right now. This D line, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough dealing with them. Not gonna lie. How to attack with the run? Pound them. The Niners line is relatively small and built on quickness and athleticism. Mix the inside zone with some wham schemes, and let the LA offensive line move vertically on more occasions. Aggressive acting defenses have always been susceptible to reverse a misdirection. And I agree. I agree. We gotta be physical, but understand we can't just like run up the middle and get stonewalled on every play. We have to run the ball effectively, not just run the ball. All right. So, and you know, we the last time we played them, we could not get anything going with Cam Akers, and I have a feeling we may see similar results at first, which is why I've always wanted for a big strong D line, a real over aggressive and physical D line. If they want to be aggressive and real physical, make them run, make them run, make them run side to side, make them run some jet sweeps, run some pitch plays. Get that D line, get their ass moving. Sean, get Nick Bosa moving. Get fucking Kinlaw moving, and Armstead. Make them run from side to side. You can use. I recommend using Brandon Powell. I don't know much how much of the playbook he knows or how much he's actually worked on that, but if you're able to, he's fast. Get him on a jet sweep. I feel like you could get really good returns if you tried him there. But like I said, I don't know how much of the offense he actually knows, and that is important. So if he doesn't know that much, then it may not work. But I want to see more attacking the outside, making them run horizontally as well as the physical forward play. It's just I want to see both. It's just we saw the straightforward attack against the Niners D line. It really wasn't working out. Just like it really wasn't working out against Tampa Bay because they're big. They're bigger and stronger than our interior O line, and they're able to just overpower us. So I'm just saying if we do this again tomorrow, it very much could happen again. They could stonewall us. So we need to break it to the outside, make them run, get them legs tired, kind of slow down that pass rush. Okay? That is beyond important. We have to slow them down. He continues on how to attack with the pass. Simple answer is the Rams O-line. Absolutely. Has to give him Matthew enough time to throw the ball where San Francisco is vulnerable. Quick hitches, slants, bubble screens are means of slowing down a fierce pass rush. Traditionally, screens can be useful as well. I agree. If we're going to pass, we need to pull the quick pass game, kind of like Tom Brady does. Get the ball in and out quickly. We seemed to do that last week against the Bucks, and it seemed to work pretty well. Matthew was dicing up that defense. I feel like a similar game plan against the Niners would be ideal because Matthew is on fire right now. So quick pass game, Sean. Real quick slants like this guy says too, and I think we can see some production from doing that. Linebackers in their base nickel packages, the backers are the eyes. If it's a run, they charge in to fill up between the linemen, and they like to do a lot of 7-man fronts that creates a numerical advantage for San Francisco. Just too many bodies and not enough blockers to create consistent holes. They're pretty good. Their linebackers are good. I respect Fred Warner a lot. He's a good linebacker. I wished, I wish the Rams kind of put more value into the linebacker position myself, but it's we got some good ones too. We got Ernest, and I'm curious to see what he will end up as. How his what he will evolve into. Travian Howard's been playing really well, and Troy Reader's been playing well too. But compared to Fred Warner, I mean, these linebackers are legit. So, how to attack with the run? Get outside with quick pitches and out of bunch sets. Use quicker developing inside zone plays, and use counter jet sweep of the outside zones with so many players in the box. It makes the 49ers linebackers shift their way through traffic to fill, not allowing them to just charge into gaps. That's very observant. Yes, if you do the outside stuff too as well, it will cause a lot of traffic, and they'll be just that much slower because they just won't be able to get a beat on the running back and just charge through a hole. They're going to have to evade all the bodies that are in the way, and that just extra second can really make the difference. And our guy breaking it and getting a good chunk of yardage. That was pretty good, very observant. I had not thought about that personally, but it's something to consider. How to attack with the pass: use play action to throw over the linebackers, Fred Warner and Aziz Al Shahir. Sorry if I got that wrong. Allow 80% of passes completed in a quarterback rating of 106.0. On straight dropbacks, work the soft middle. Keep pressure on the edges with swing passes and willing to take the checkdowns. Yep. Like I said, the quick pass game. Quick pass game. We got good slot receivers. I think Cup, Odell. This is your moment, Odell. Gotta make it happen. And Cup is real solid with that. Van Jefferson, I like our receivers, so I like our receivers to really be crisp in the route running, and Matthew to get the ball out quick. Get it out quick, Matthew, but be smart. Don't you got to know where you're shooting. Okay? We cannot afford turnovers this game. Okay? Let's move on to the secondary. San Francisco plays a lot of 1-2 deep zone with much pressing of opposing wide receivers, quite similar to the Rams, but more aggressive underneath. They like to give one deep look and rotate into the 2 deep just before the snap. The 49ers blitz out of the secondary quite a lot. K'Wan Williams is tied for the team, leading 28 regular season blitzes, and the defensive backfield chalked up to 75. That is a lot. So they like to blitz. When the Niners pass rush can't get home, the secondary is open to big plays. According to Sharp Football Analysis, San Francisco is 23rd in the league in defending against explosive plays. There are not many interceptions, only 9 over the season. Of the 49ers' 99 missed tackles, over half came from the secondary. So the reason this defense is so aggressive is because they're really trying to cover the fact that their backfield isn't really that good, and they can get ripped apart specifically by us. Our quarterback, our receivers can rip this secondary apart. The problem is giving Matthew enough time in order to make the read and make the throw. And that's what they're banking on. They're putting a lot of stock in their front seven to get home. We have to hold. Brian, you have to hold. This is going to be so big for our O-line. You boys need to show up. You're going to be the deciding factor. You boys are going to be the deciding factor. You have to step up. You have to step up. You guys can do it. You guys can do it. I know you can do it. Come on. Gotta do it. This is so important. If you're able to hold, get your blocks, we'll whoop this team. We'll rip them apart. But you have to hold. How to attack with the run. Pretty much get him in space, get Cam Akers in space, and he can make a miss once he gets back there. If we're talking about the secondary here, pretty much just with the pass, it's just what I was just talking about. He goes on to say LA beat the Niners corners twice in the last meeting, but Matthew underthrew them, and both came up in interceptions. So Matthew got to be careful with the ball, man. Can't afford any turnovers this game. Don't allow the aggressive Niners defensive scheme to set the tone, punch right back at them. I agree. We have to be physical. We have to match their ferocity. Sledding will certainly be tough. The football and navigating the Niners pass rush. They have the fifth best pass rush rates at win rate and third best run stop rate. So that's really, they're really good, man. So um, who is the top team in these two categories? It's the LA Rams with the 53% pass rush win rate and 35% on stop win rate. Nice. Okay, then. On the ground, go to the right with quick hitting, vertical blocking, as well as outside zone schemes. Show some propensity to run outside, mixing some misdirections. I agree. Gotta get that D line running. If they're so aggressive, if they're so high energy, make them run. Make them run, Sean. Make them run. On the ground, see, I read that already. Through the air, throw the ball down the field. They are prone to giving up explosive plays. Odell, this is your moment. Odell, this is your moment, man. This is the big stage. You got this. You got this. Cooper, Van, lead the way. Y'all got this. Tyler, lead the way. It'll take 4 quarters of attacking multiple fronts for the Rams to advance to the Super Bowl. But could it really be any better for Rams fans playing your arch nemesis for all the marbles? I could not agree more. So, that's going to do it for this video, guys. I will catch you guys on the next one. And as always, go Rams.